So it's been a minute. So there is a lot happening. A lot of people are feeling bad because, well, it is a bad time, right? And a lot of people are doing even worse, you know, because like it's a bit like everything happens at the same time for some people. You know, when you're like in a store, in a bar, restaurant, whatever, and then there's no customers, and then eventually everybody just walks in together. It's a bit like that. And there is a reason for that. And it's not rush hour. It's because we are all connected. But we're not gonna get into that. But just keep in mind the idea of like us being all connected, and that clashes with the idea of individualism. The system is trying to create a new reality of individualism. It's not natural, and that's why a lot of people are unhappy. And when people are unhappy, and especially when they witness also a lot of injustice happening, they just go crazy, and they want to do so good so badly that they end up doing a lot of bad sometimes, because they don't even verify what is true, what is real, and what is not. And a lot of people can lie to destroy other people. Like, oh, I heard this, I heard that, I heard that, and then, you know, everybody goes in like on a witch hunt in a very cowardly way, and we don't even give the benefit of the doubt. Nobody tries to find out for themselves. We need restorative justice, not punitive justice. We need to talk, we need to ask questions, and there are no stupid questions. When you're granting yourself a chance to learn, that's a complete total fucking lie. See that? So people, we need to be really vigilant at this time, and at the same time we need to be extremely compassionate. We need to give solidarity to one another. We need to love one another, but in order to do that, we need to love ourselves first. And that's why I talk about racism, about sexual violence and gender violence, emotional violence, physical violence, because all of that shit happened to me. Okay, all of this affects people emotionally, mentally, especially. People of color don't have any value in Quebec. I got fired because I stood up to the director for her racist comment, who said things like to a Latino, 15-year-old Latino boy to go back to where he comes from. Asians, all of like Haitians deserve the misery they're in because they're a corrupted nation. First Nation people, they rather get high with paint and stay away from the society, and it's their fault. That the feminists are destroying the world. And she blamed the kids from Maghreb, saying that they stole something, although they didn't, and she didn't have any proof of it. But you know, so Quebec is allowing such a person not only to fire me, but also to stay and work with those kids. Okay, and those kids love me. Those kids like prepared a goodbye party for me. Those kids still contact me. They still want to see me. I don't even have any help from like coworkers, because, you know, guess what? One of the coworkers once made a joke saying during lunchtime I was eating, it's like, oh, look at him, to the other kids, and like, oh, look at him, he looks like one of those African starving kids that has never seen food in his life. One other coworker once, you know, said, like, because I dropped my phone on water, and he said, you know, you gotta put it on like on rice overnight. And you know why? Because then Chinese people come to eat the rice. And we have a premier who keeps saying that systemic racism doesn't exist. I get beat up by the cops and I'm all bloody, and I get left out on the highway because they didn't want to deal with the paperwork and all that, because they knew that they fucked up. And then there is this camera situation. It's the people in charge that take decisions about everything. I mean, look at this photo of like the experts about racial profiling. You know, all of this also reminds me of, like, you know, those kids at Jean Baptiste parade. They were black and Latinos, and they were pushing that cart, and it's broken, it was heavy, while everybody else was white, and they were all like happy and singing and celebrating. That is Quebec. And when I got fired and I talked to CDPDG, which is la Commission des Droits de la Personne, it's an organization that is supposed to be helping people that go through racist problems. I contacted them, and they said that they can't really help me because that racist attack didn't happen to me personally or directly. It happened to other people, so there's nothing I can do. So it's like saying that if I see someone being stabbed in the street, I can call the cops, because the cops will just say, but that person is not stabbing you directly, it's stabbing somebody else, so there is nothing we can do about it. People of color don't have any value in Quebec. All of this affects people emotionally, mentally, especially. And when that happens, they're like, no, but you might be depressed. You might need, you know, consider taking some medication, or see some mental health specialist. No, people, it's not an individual thing. We're all actors on the stage. The problem is not with every individual. The stage is broken. So you gotta fix the stage instead of trying to give medication to every individual. So Quebec, you need to acknowledge what you're doing is not right. So it's Black History Month. I don't even know what that means. And plus it's February, like the shortest month. Really? How diminishing and offensive is that? So this month and next month, I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be sharing to make it into our daily Black History moments. Because Black excellence exists, Black existence is present in every moment. I'm gonna be sharing a few things. This the link right here, called Major Minority, is a trailer for a documentary that I've been working on for over 5 years. And why that long? Because, well, I never had any help. I applied, tried to get some help, financial help, tried to go into some competition, tried to win and this and that, to have production help. No one ever wanted to help me. They said that it was inconvenient topic and it was hard. So I did it all by myself. I had some help from friends from time to time. Artists in Montreal, unless you really are happy with being a people pleaser, a clown, you gotta step up. There are things to be done in here. We have to like fight among each other in this perpetual state of competition to win some grants. Who are those decision makers? Hell, it's not people of color. This is the problem. So artists, why is everyone so submissive? Just like the graffitis are the voices of the city, art needs to be the voices of what the establishment is hiding. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Oh, yo, yo.